Cześć, tu Halloween. Kontynuujemy rozgrywkę w grze The Technomancer. Jesteśmy w nowej lokalizacji. Czekają nas nowe misje. Nowe intrygi. Ciekawe, co tam wyjdzie koniec końców. Ponownie spotkaj się z uchodźcami. Czyli rundkę muszę zrobić znowu. Dobra, i spotkać się z księciem, tak? Pewnie wszyscy już automagicznie, że tak powiem, ozdrawiali. Wystarczyło tylko zupki zjeść. Tędy się dostanę? Gdzie? Nie, tu do wyjścia. Nowe miejsce, nowe śmieci. Teraz kwestia, gdzie się wszędzie dostać. Nauka nowego miejsca do biegania. Ledwo tam już ogarnąłem mniej więcej jak się biega. Teraz znowu trzeba się uczyć.
So you I did. Except it's an antidote, not a vaccine. You'll find stocks of the plant that will help you heal everyone in the preacher's son's neighborhood. It's all over now. Don't worry.
Thank you, Mr. Mancer. Thank you so very much.
No i elegancko, cudowne leczenie, misja wykonana, to lubimy. Pierwsza misja od razu pozytywnie zakończona. Czemu między wami nie mogę biegać? Musimy spotkać księcia z bajki. Cztery obrażenia więcej mam. Jak chcę te schematy? Gdzie zdobyć schematy? No tu fajna kurteczka.
You wanted to see me?
Yes. I apologize once again for having to play this role in front of you, but the situation was a difficult one, and I could not risk blowing my cover.
I understand. You're one of Dandolo's spies too?
No, I work for my people, even if Dandolo was a precious ally. I was in Ophir to plan an escape, but it was not exactly what I wanted to tell you about. I would like to offer you my services.
You're also a mercenary?
No, I am not interested in serum. And a Technomancer ally, yes. It is rare for mutants to know someone with your talents. So if you need a hand or any information, you know where to find me. And maybe I will ask for your services once in a while.
All right.
Zapytajmy co nieco o niego.
What really happened with your mother? I must say I didn't understand much. That stone? The police's arrival?
My mother was helping me as much as she could to carry out my mission. She would provide me with information, sometimes hide mutants on the run before they could leave the city. She was a wonderful woman, Zach, but someone turned her in. Fiorello heard and raced to get me out with your aid. Though how I yearned to save her, to get to the slums to warn her. But I knew I could not. You, though, could. The stone was a token of recognition. She knew what it meant. If she was turned in, She had to leave as soon as possible, and if she couldn't, the drawing was made with an ink made of jellyfish venom.
But why give her that poison?
I didn't want her to die, Zach. I loved my mother. But I knew what the ASC would do to her in their jail. If they caught her, she needed a way to avoid being tortured.
When did you discover that you were a mutant?
The first symptoms of mutation appeared when I was very young. I must say that I can't really remember very well. My mother noticed them, and she taught me how to hide the marks, even though I think that I didn't know what it meant. She was hoping to keep me close to her, but as soon as the first marks appeared on my face, they spotted me out right away. I will never forget my arrest, how violent they were toward my mother. I was just a kid. I was sent to one of the farms on the outskirts of town. That's where I learned what it meant to be a mutant.
What's the Mutant Nation? You created it, right?
It is a little overblown, but I was one of its founders, among many others. Of course, other mutants were living outside the city as runaway slaves, hidden here and there, stealing whatever they could find in order to survive. A small community had settled in Noctis and benefited from the hospitality of the merchants, who allowed them to move around freely. However, we did not have any way to defend ourselves or plan a future. We were all spread out. A few of us decided to get together. We found a place, a very unique one, and we soon started doing it up, bringing in equipment and erecting houses. As for me, I especially wanted to free as many brothers and sisters as possible. So I went back to Ophir, and I realized that nobody cared about mutants, especially if they didn't look very smart. I began to help dozens of them escape. And our nation soon began to grow. There are a lot of us now, and I hope that all mutants will be able to live there someday.
Dobra, w sumie tylko tyle chcemy wiedzieć od ciebie. Właśnie z tobą musimy pogadać, bo...
Sure.
Hi, Zach.
Serio?
Zachariah, you look good.
Wow. Serio? Mama aż tyle ludzi? Tworzenie. Nie potrzebujemy nikogo z tworzeniem. Nauką w sumie też nie. Eksploracja może być git. Charyzma. Łapki, zamki. O. Dobra, to weźmiemy ją. Do drużyny. Scotta zostawimy. Weźmiemy po bossa. Dobrze biegnę w ogóle? Tak, i tu na górę. Boże, jak to ciężko się zorientować, gdzie człowiek jest. O, pałacyk księcia. Całkiem, całkiem.
Hey, you. Yes, you. Do you have a moment?
Hey there.
Hello, I'm Brett. And you are?
No to mnie wołasz i co?
A pleasure then, Zachariah. Are you a hunting enthusiast, a trapper, specialist in local species? Maybe a strong fellow like you might be a mixture of them all.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm none of those things.
Ah, well, my hope got the best of me. I've been looking for someone to aid in my studies. A shame. Sure you're not a hunter, or even someone who'd want to try his hand at it?
Can you tell me what's going on?
Yes, of course, of course. You see, the focus of my study is the planet's fauna, all the insects and animals brought by the settlers that have since mutated, much like our own mutants, if not in a more spectacular way. Now, I've studied the most well-known of the creatures, of course, but I have heard of much more rare specimens, which I would go to any lengths to study. It would offer great insight into the animal mutations. Anyone can admire their beauty, But what we need is to understand how they came to be what they are. We need to study their anatomy, but they are, of course, rather dangerous.
So you need a hunter to find them and bring back your specimens. I might be able to help. What are you after?
Well, there is so much. There's a black mole and a shield toad. Also a locust I've named Locusta tempestatus, or more colorfully, the storm locust. It's been spotted in the tunnels beneath Ophir.
What can you tell me about the storm locust?
Locusta tempestatus? Well, very little but what has been told to me, actually. It is a creature, by all word, that seems to feed on electrical sources. Looks like an ordinary locust, which we know also shares the taste for electricity, but it's much larger. Perhaps its purportedly massive thirst for electricity is simply in proportion to its size? I don't know, but I'm hungry to find out.
What do you know about the black mole, besides the fact that it's black?
Well, its name is somewhat of a misnomer. It isn't really black. Darker than the others for sure, but not black. Its skin, though, seems to sweat venom. Wonderful, isn't it? Imagine. What a wonderful defense.
Yeah, wonderful. Always dreamed of catching poisonous moles.
Isn't it
Spełnienie marzeń.
fascinating? A beautiful scientific mystery.
Already expecting the worst, but, why is it called the shield toad?
Those who have had the rare opportunity to see this beautiful creature say its skin is nearly armor-like. In fact, nothing seems to be able to pierce it. No arrows, not even conventional weapons. The hunters take their best shot, but always run away terrified. Delicate little things humans are, but there has to be an explanation for this extraordinary mutation.
Prądem je, prądem.
Must find it.
Nie mogłem się skupić na rozmowie przez tą skrzynkę. A to tylko serum. I spoko sobie tu żyją.
Checking the leading against me. Ah, and here comes the rare pearl, the diamond in the rough that my Nisha tells me about. Come, young man.
Mancer. Was a lieutenant in Abundance.
Then welcome to Noctus Labyrinthus, Mancer, former lieutenant of Abundance. I am Dandolo, head of this fair city.
Legendary city of the merchants. Apparently less legend than I thought. Or been told.
But hopefully as glorious as legends proclaim. Regardless, for all who come seeking asylum, it opens its arms to you and your companions. You are free to call it home. Like all who have come before you, you will honor our only request, that you make yourselves useful to our city. I'm sure your skills will place you in high demand. Noctis's first Technomancer. Exciting. You'll have all the help you need with Nisha and Lucky, who I believe you've met. We'll give you a room to get some rest. I hear your trip was quite eventful. There is something else. I would like to personally discuss my expectations of you.
Nie ma nic za darmo.
War between Abundance and Aurora's winding down. Aurora took Green Hope.
Just left Ophir a few hours ago and didn't hear anything about that.
That really surprise you? Your little censorship office probably hasn't decided what to do with the information yet. No. Don't look at me like that. You don't belong to Abundance anymore. The truce doesn't behoove us. During peace, the corporations become more suspicious of us and our business suffers. Our city could even be discovered, which
I
would
pewnie
be
będzie odkryte i
catastrophic.
zaatakowane.
In legend, it must remain.
What do you...
No, let me speak. Your welcome here comes at a price. I want you to attack an Aurora convoy. It's right up your alley.
And why would I do that?
I didn't finish. You will do it in Abundance uniforms, dissolving the truce. Do what you want with the soldiers, but let the civilians live. They need to be witnesses that will report back to Aurora.
So you keep the war going.
Precisely. And while you're at it, bring back the uniforms of the Aurora Technomancers you dispatch. I'm sure I'll find a use for them down the road. Ah, another thing, much more trivial this time, I assure you. The rover you came in on, I'd like you to move it. Put it wherever you want, do whatever you want with it. Just make sure it's not in the way in the canyon. I just don't want Ophir to stumble over the machine and, as a result, find the road that leads here.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Oh yes, one last thing. My spies gave me a little tidbit that might interest you. Right after your escape, the ASC arrested your Technomancer brothers. That's what you call them, right? From Ophir. Their fate's uncertain, but if I was you, I'd be worried for them. If you're worried enough to want to help them, maybe we can set up some sand sails to get you back.
And your help comes at what cost? Assuming it's not out of the kindness of your heart.
Don't be so bitter, Zachariah. Business is business, not personal. I just thought a few Technomancers on our side might be useful.
Nie ma to jak sobie robić wrogów z technomantów.
You want to attack a convoy to reignite a war? You know how many people die in those wars? How many are mutilated? Taken prisoner?
Not precisely, but I think I have a clear idea of the numbers, yeah. Every battle has its purpose, Zachariah Mancer. Abundance has fought Aurora for years for more power, out of idealism that their philosophies are more righteous than Aurora's. We don't just fight the corporations because of their damned ideals. What we do for our survival. For the survival of the misfits of Mars, the rejected, the poor, the outcasts of corporations. We fight for those who find a home with us, those I promised to protect. This mission worries you, and I get that. I do. Which is why I'm not asking you to attack your old brothers in arms, but rather just carry out the same attacks you did countless times before, under different command.
I don't know how I can move the rover. Pretty damaged.
I'm sure you can find a way to move it up here. Not sure sand sails can help, but maybe you can couple it to some ostriches. Maybe your explorer friend didn't tell you, but some corporations would start a war to own such a machine. I'd repair it if I were you. Hell, sell it if you don't think you'll ever need it. I'll be honest, though. Rovers offer freedom no other transportation does. Word is, they can even reach the North and South Poles. Just something to think about.
How'd you find out about my brothers so quickly?
Well, besides the fact that your accident and eventful arrival slowed you down, my messenger sand sails make up in speed what they lack in protection. And of course, the arrests of Abundance's most powerful strike forces were worthy of dispatching agents to keep an eye on the situation. You haven't even given a thought to how this disrupts the current balance of forces, have you?
You know why they were arrested?
The official statement is that they were suspected of treason. Victor's pretext, I'm sure. He's a man who hates anything not under his control.
Nie lubię tego Wiktora od samego początku.
He didn't get what he wanted going at it indirectly, so he just took it head on. Whatever hope you have for their lives, I'd start to come to terms. They're probably being tortured for their secrets as we speak. And as soon as they give them up, they'll be executed. If you care about them...
Okej. No ładnie się tutaj książę bawi. Ale tu mamy sypialnię. Warto było chyba się troszeczkę zdrzemnąć. Naładować baterię. Gdzie ona jest? Czekaj. Skrzynia.
I can understand why it makes you uneasy, but it makes me feel the same.
What do you mean?
About using the convoy attack to reignite the war. The mutants will suffer first. After that, everyone will suffer. I just wonder what Dandolo gains from all that pain.
I know it sounds bad, but what do you think Abundance or Aurora would do if they found our little outcast city? Dandolo may be cruel, but in the end, he only wants what's good for Noctis.
Dobra, trochę zdrzemnąć. Nie potrzebujemy jakoś specjalnie dużo.
Long-distance caravans arrive just going straight to the palace again. When will I ever get my delivery?
Stop being so impatient. Prince wants a recollection of the journey and news updates from our distant contacts. It's normal and necessary.
Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
Zach, perfect.
Yeah, of course.
No, no, she is. She's a spy for Noctis too, though. She's actually been working.
What information was that?
I spent a part of my life in a rehabilitation camp after my arrest in Ophir. It was the worst time of my existence, and I've always wondered how I'd ended up here. Who had turned us in? We were just a group of street kids. We would steal food here and there, but we weren't dangerous. However, we were arrested and deported to a camp like hardened criminals or terrorists. What happened followed me for many years, until I learned that an important member of the Vori clique was responsible for the deportation of dozens of people. Most of them were innocent, but a nuisance for the mob. I want to find that guy. I want to know if it's he who got us deported. I want to understand why and make him pay. For me and my companions, of course, but also for those poor people who hadn't asked for anything.
I understand. That man seems to be a real scumbag. I'll help you find him.
Thank you, Zach.
Hello, Phobos.
Hello, Zachariah.
Jak wykorzystać
Fortunately,
tych,
this is beyond my skill level.
żeby ona to wzięła?
Aisha?
Hi, Zach.
Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
Dobra, ja ubiorę te łachmany, bo będzie łatwiej. Nie potrafię ogarnąć, jak to działa. Pewnie jest jakiś przycisk, żeby ktoś mógł to zrobić, bo... Wyżej był koleżka. A jak się do niego dostać? Nie ogarniam biegania tutaj. Nie wiem jak to... Jeszcze wyżej, więc... kółeczko zrobiłem.
Been to the temple lately?
Nah, I'm kind of over the preacher's tales. He's definitely a good storyteller, but he recycles the stories over and over and over and over. Oh no, I'm a chronic believer. I just switch beliefs every couple weeks.
Repent! We won't have access to the Blue Paradise so long as we are not all absolved of our sins. You came here to wash your soul?
I had something else in mind. Could you tell me more about your sect?
I can talk about it for hours, even days.
A few minutes should be enough.
All right, how can I sum up faith? All the truth contained in this world in a few words. I have to bring myself down to my followers' level. I'll skip the beginning of the story. Let's start with the settlers' arrival. So the settlers had challenged Sun by coming to this planet, by leaving heaven to come down to this hell. So he decided to destroy every source of life on Mars. His wrath was terrible. He unleashed a cataclysm that engulfed the world in a dust cloud. He probably would have wiped out every one of us if his son hadn't taken mercy on us and bestowed the blessing of his shadow. And it is in that shadow where the real men stayed, whereas the others, who thought they could withstand the Lord's vengeful eye, saw their features change forever. They became beasts and lost their soul. Today, we endlessly beg the Lord to reconcile with his Son and agree to live in harmony with us, that his eye becomes tender again and no longer burns.
I think I've heard enough. Everyone knows that story. I was hoping there might be something different, but no. I'm looking for some work. Would you happen to have anything for me?
It is the Shadow who has sent you. I am looking for new worship objects for my followers, and there are relics, benign traces of those who used to live in the canyons around the city, in the ruins of splendid cities. I would have gone there myself on my knees as if it were a holy pilgrimage, but that horrible place is teeming with disgusting creatures and ruthless thieves.
You want me to get the relics for you then? All right, I'll see what I can do. Even though I have some doubts regarding those splendid cities, only a few dwellings there.
Dobra, z drogi.
Hey there.
What do you want, human?
I took the rover all the way down into the canyon. Unfortunately, that's where I hit a wild ostrich, and now the thing won't drive. Heard you might be able to help get it back here.
And why exactly would we want to help you? We who are just monsters to you and your kind, even here. One of us was just lynched. And what did your kind do about it? Nothing. And when we are sick, what one of you would help us even in fair exchange for serum? Why then, answer me, would we help you now?
You've got some sick among you. Maybe I can help. I'm done. Thankfully it wasn't serious, but they're still really weak and need to rest.
You're not like the others. To help us, So yes, we will help you as well with your vehicle. Saddle the ostriches! We will need time though, as I am sure it is big and we can only work at night. Give us 12 hours.
Ale dziwnie wyglądasz w tym hełmie.
Don't believe that those ostriches will be able to tow such a huge vehicle? You'll see. Those animals can run in the desert for hours without showing any signs of fatigue, and they don't drink much. They are our best allies.
The most exotic goods on the planet, all here in one stall.
I just need information.
The only information I have is about my...
Płaski topór. Po co my teraz nosimy? Buławę. Pałkę moglibyśmy zamienić. Moi towarzysze jakoś awansują? Czy nie? Bo tak... Całą grę się tak jakoś nimi nie przejmowałem. Ja nie mogę przełączyć, nie? Na Fobosa, nic. Tylko ekwipunkiem możemy. Raczej nic więcej się nie dowiemy. Dobra, to może w tym miejscu zakończymy naszą rozgrywkę. Wyjdźmy może tędy, znajdźmy ten artefakt. Później wybierzemy się w dalszą podróż. Dobra. To dziękuję za to, że oglądaliście. Zachęcam do zostawienia łapki w górę. I trzymajcie się. Hej, hej.